Trump's issues with Judge Tanya Chutkan and his ongoing problems in the New York fraud trial, those are not the only legal problems Donald Trump is facing right now. And in fact, today in Colorado, a new trial is starting centered around Donald Trump. This trial in Colorado, which honestly I'm kind of shocked they got it done so quickly, but this is the trial, the very first, to determine whether or not Donald Trump is even eligible to be on the ballot, citing Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which of course says if you were involved in an insurrection, if you supported one, either materially or vocally, you're out. You can never hold public office in the United States again. So the group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, which is a phenomenal group, they actually found a bunch of Republicans and no party affiliation voters to file this lawsuit. So you can't even argue that this is a hugely partisan thing, a bunch of Democrats got together, because that's not who the plaintiffs are. The plaintiffs are mostly Republicans. Republicans who say that because of his actions on January 6th, 2021, Donald Trump engaged in an insurrection one way or another, and therefore the 14th Amendment, Section 3, bars him from holding political office here in the United States. Trump was given the opportunity to take a deposition in the case. He refused to do it. He was given the opportunity to be in court for the trial. He also waived that right. He also declined, according to Colorado's Secretary of State, to even come and testify at the trial. And those things, according to the Secretary of State herself, are probably going to work against Donald Trump in this issue, right? I mean, when you have a group of people trying to ban you from even running for office ever again, not just president, but literally any office, and you're like, no, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to be there. Y'all just do your little thing and then tell me what happens. Yeah, that's not the smartest decision. I mean, typically Donald Trump taking the stand, especially in the criminal trials or even in most of his other civil trials, is not smart. But for this one, this kind of seems like the thing where you should be able to go and explain yourself before you get kicked off the ballot, right? I mean, this is the one time where it actually makes perfect sense for Donald Trump to show up. But he's not going to do it. And maybe it's because he doesn't want to perjure himself under oath. Maybe it's because he thinks it's a waste of time. Because maybe Donald Trump is thinking the same thing that a lot of us think. And that is, it doesn't matter what's determined at this trial, because he knows eventually it'll go to that United States Supreme Court and they will save him. And of course, that is the most likely scenario. Doesn't mean it's 100% going to happen, but out of all the possible outcomes of this, that one is the most likely. Conservatives have a stranglehold on our federal judiciary, folks. And that is what worries me about these lawsuits, because the one in Colorado is not the only one, just happens to be the first one going to trial. And I support them. I agree with them. I think their legal arguments are 100% sound. But we no longer live in a country where sound legal arguments are what wins the day. We live in a country with conservative ideologues who have their black robes and their gavels. They make the decisions not based on precedent, not based on law, not based on the Constitution. They make those decisions based on their political affiliation. And it is for that reason that I think Donald Trump is like, no, I'm not even going to show up. What does it matter? You know, a couple months of annoyingness, it'll go to the Supreme Court, I'll win there, and it's over. So he could be thinking that. Maybe he's thinking something else. Maybe we get a better outcome from that. Who knows? But it all starts today, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.